Hello, welcome to 60 Second Gamer. This is the Uncharted podcast. Exterminate. Don't know why. That's what my voice seemed to be going into Dalek territory. I thought I might as well go all the way. I'm Simon Pryor. With me is Mr. Anthony Tremaine.
Gyro.
And or Rayleigh Birkin QC, as he's known to his friends. And Mr. Rich Hatton, who
hello.
He's rotating on a leather chair.
I'm oscillating. No.
Oscillating would be a lot more violent than that. I do rather think an oscillation in these cramped quarters would be suicidal and very dangerous.
Need I ask?
I'm game.
Well, that's very true, but no oscillation.
No, okay.
I don't
Need
want.
I ask what an oscillate, or shall I wait till after the podcast?
I think you can wait. I think an oscillation is that high speed.
Yeah, it's.
I've forgotten. I didn't pay much attention in science.
I
It
hated
bored me to
physics.
tears. Yeah.
Physics was my strong point.
Shall I
my
get the
weak point.
dictionary and find out?
No.
Sorry
I
to
can
all
do.
of those listening to the podcast.
I'm going to
You're,
do it.
I have created a
Yes.
nightmare.
Yes, the podcast has veered off from
A sensible beginning.
yes to
To,
he has it actually got.
I
the
have
dictionary
the
out.
mini Oxford School Dictionary from Year 5.
Oh, I was going to say, it looks a bit
Jesus.
old.
It's
think I
so
have one
old.
of those.
I've actually drawn faces in all of the round the round letters. So O, D, R.
C.
For some reason, there's one in a
That's
C.
not a round letter.
I have.
It's
It's
a
almost.
semicircle.
It's
For some reason, I've written 4
It's mostly
minutes on the
round.
contents page, and it's split in the middle.
Oh, mine did that. Actually, no, mine, all the pages were just, there was the cover and you could take all the pages out of the cover. Mine fell apart. That
Oscillate, move to and fro like a pendulum, vibrate, waver or vary, and oscillation the noun, and oscillator also a noun.
I am the oscillator.
I was just going to say, it sounds like a cheap rip-off of
So-
Terminator.
The crap superhero.
So
I am the oscillator.
move to and fro like a pendulum. You weren't doing that. You were rotating on the spot, spinning on the spot.
Yeah, now I'm oscillating.
Yeah, now you're oscillating, but before you went round in a full 360
I did.
degree
That's
circle.
because I couldn't stop myself.
Right. Anyway, let's get
Fail.
rid of that. Get rid of that dictionary
Oh,
and
Can you bung
move
that in
on.
the bin,
And
please?
yeah, old mini eggs.
Yes.
He
Optional.
finally finished them.
Yes, I didn't think I had, but it was quite a sad and something I looked in.
Yeah. Okay. So Uncharted. I'm assuming we've all played and completed this one.
Yes, indeed.
I've even completed it on hard.
Oh.
Him with
Architect.
his
Skills.
his hardness.
His skills. His skills. Okay. So briefly, someone discuss the story.
You play as Nathan Drake, who we are probably all familiar with, having seen the Uncharted 2 review.
Yes. Oh,
With,
hopefully
This
you
this
have.
comes a little bit late.
If you
but-
haven't seen it, watch it now. Stop this and go and watch that one. Then come back to it.
YouTube.com
Have you-
/random
Random
stoked.
Or just if you're on the website, just go on Project's 60 Second Gamer and watch all of them.
Yes.
You can catch up.
They're on a big playlist.
Yes.
But anyway, go.
Go.
Good. Yes,
Yeah.
welcome
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that
Okay, come
review.
off we go again.
So yes, this is the previous game.
I'm just going to send a text
God.
while you're talking, so carry on.
Yes.
You play it as, I said, Nathan Drake, and you are searching for Sir Francis Drake's lost fortune, known as El Dorado.
Yes.
I don't know what the Spanish translation of that is.
And it's got the
Sorry,
dictionary.
I'm
what,
just-
what have you found?
I didn't know that was in there.
Tardy.
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 It's going to be in there.
Means slow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be perhaps late as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're tardy, which is pretty much it sums up this podcast so far.
Yeah.
We have been rather tardy.
We've
gone
been
a bit
tardy with
tardy.
our discussion of the game.
Yes.
And anyway, you
It's probably because the clocks have gone forward and it's light out. And
Yeah,
we're
we've
a bit
gone mad.
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrown us all off.
So I've lost. where I was.
Continue.
Yes.
Story, El Dorado,
El Dorado. Yes, and then
Nathan Drake,
yes,
gunfights,
lots
puzzling,
of gunfights, a bit of puzzling.
better than Tomb Raider.
A lot better than Tomb Raider.
Cover.
Yes, there is cover system.
Flanking enemies who don't just stand there and shoot at you randomly.
No, they are rather clever. You can do some hand-to-hand beat downs on them as well. So yeah, it's most good.
I didn't like the hand-to-hand combos in the first one. I loved them in the second one.
Yeah, the
but-
second one seemed to improve the hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat a lot
I thought it was a
more.
bit awkward in the first one. But
Yeah.
never mind. But still not enough to be turbid from a 9 out
Yes,
of
but
10.
the story is most good.
Yes.
You won't see the twist coming. I had to,
He certainly didn't.
no, I didn't. I
No.
had to stop playing the game for a little bit because I was so
Twisted.
No, it
by the
wasn't. So,
twist.
I think I was disappointed more than anything. It was
Okay.
like, oh, this has got a sense of really. Oh,
Yeah, it does go a bit mental at the end. doesn't it?
Yeah. But never mind.
It's really quite good up until that point, and then you sort of go, oh, alright then, okay.
You get back
I'll
into
live
it
with
again,
it.
though.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's very very good.
Nathan Drake sort of charms you back into playing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Um,
go on then.
Gameplay.
It's very good. It's
It's a third
Sums it
person
up.
What
action
sort-
adventure.
yeah, it's
Think Tomb Raider,
but better.
Yeah.
it,
And with a
it's-
man.
Yeah.
Yes, as I said in the Uncharted 2 review, it makes Tomb Raider seems like last year's slappy old knickers that have been trapped under the coffee table for
Yeah.
some time.
And they've got mildew.
Yeah. Oh.
Victor Nilde.
Oh.
Victor mildew.
This is a very bold man
Yeah.
sitting in a pair of knickers. Going,
I
I don't
don't believe
believe it. But yes, it goes.
There's quite a
between-
nice selection of weapons.
Oh
and
yes, there is.
bit of variety. Not too
Yeah.
many, not too
No.
few.
It goes between shooting action to puzzly jump around, platforming, climby bit. I couldn't think of the one
Yeah.
word for it, so I went for the lot. Quite seamlessly.
The script is quite good as well, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
there's
very
lots of
witty.
Witty, yes. It's sort
Witty
of like
banter.
It's like
Yes.
a more adult version of Indiana Jones.
Yes, with
I suppose.
naughty swears. thrown
Naughty
in.
swears,
No.
and
Yeah.
but sadly no Sean Connery.
No.
No, that's a pity.
But
Never mind.
we can live with that.
Yeah, you do have a very old English man in it though, as a bad guy,
Yes.
which is always a perk.
Game controls. Briefly
Uh,
discuss. Because you've got some like events where you've got to tap certain buttons. You've got to follow the on-screen prompts, that sort of thing.
Yes, which I got a little
Are
bit
the quick
confused
time
about.
events? I can't remember.
Now and again, I think.
Yeah, well, yes, there is one at the end, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I won't say what it is.
Yeah.
I think there's some further forward in it. They're not massively long ones. They're not like God of War
No.
style. You take down an enemy, press several buttons at once. But no,
Yeah,
that's
they're
Heavy
like-
Rain.
they're like-
I'm getting the two mixed
Yeah.
up now.
They're like mini combos for
Yeah.
Uncharted. Aren't they? So like square, circle, square, and you do like a punch, uppercut, and a knee to the groin
Yeah,
sort of thing.
which is not very pleasant. But
No.
you do get bits that like. No, they
That
go on
cat
for
doesn't look very happy.
Like, no.
He just stopped and went.
But
yeah,
for
so-
those
sorry,
of you
he's
who-
in my
there's a
direct
cat in
line
the
of view.
corner. Yes.
Um,
But it's pretty much like 3 buttons, the real-time events in
Yeah.
Uncharted, but it still works very well.
Graph- graphically speaking, moving on to the next category, it's actually rather nice.
Rather
It is.
Considering it's 3 years old. this
Yeah.
year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Crikey.
I mean, it's not quite as nice as Uncharted 2, obviously, but,
No,
but
it's a
graphically
close
speaking,
contender.
it's the game that actually made me want to go out and buy a PlayStation 3. And 3 months later, I did so with a copy of Uncharted in tow.
You nearly went to say 2 then, didn't you?
Yeah,
I heard you
Uncharted,
gonna get
in
Uncharted
tow. I almost missed out in
Yes.
Uncharted toe.
You
that was
tried
different.
to cover that. quite
Uncharted toe.
well. Uncharted. Yes.
Yes.
We veered off again.
Yeah, graphics. Anything else you want to?
The water's very nice.
Yes.
very
the water's
And
very,
you
very
actually
nice.
get wet,
Wet,
and it,
yeah.
Yes,
it
it's-
stays damp on you for a little bit.
Yes, and
A
then
bit like
you
the
start-
snow in Uncharted 2.
Yes, which sticks to you.
Yes.
It's very nice. But that's the second one.
Yep.
Yeah, it is very pretty. There are some very, very nice landscapes, as you will see from the review.
Indeed.
And a submerged U-boat, German U-boat.
Yes, which is
Submerged, which has been wrecked on
Yeah.
top of
Yeah.
a waterfall.
Yeah.
not really that submerged.
For quite
is it?
some time.
No,
I get
it's-
my terminology mixed up. What can
Yeah.
I say? I've just eaten a whole pack of mini eggs
Yeah.
and minstrels beforehand as well,
Chocolate blindness is
Yeah.
shortly forthcoming.
and a chunk of no, I didn't brie earlier on. It's
And
just
so
a-
weird dreams when he goes to bed.
Yes, it's a mixture of
So,
feelings. I tell you.
modes of play now. There's it's a mixture of like puzzling and gunplay, really, isn't it? Sort of,
There's not a great deal, I thought, compared to the second one. There's not a great deal of puzzles in the first
Not
one.
really.
Is
It's
it?
quite.
It's more action based.
It's quite
sort of.
obvious what you're supposed to do as well a lot of the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, here's an obvious bit of cover. Let's hide behind that. Oh,
Yeah,
I've got to shoot the lock off that door.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to cross over this. Or I've got to, this bit of rock is slightly differently
Or
coloured to the
I've
rest
got
of
a
it.
lot of climbing to do.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I had against it. That's why it got a 9. Was it was really obvious where the gunfights were going to be. Whereas in the second one, it was like, oh, this looks pretty. Good heavens above, where's this lot come from? But this one was like, oh, this looks pretty, but wait for it. Wait.
Oh, there
Hello.
they are. Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh, there's only 3 of them.
Oh, they're behind me as well. Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Oh, the flanking. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Combo. Multiplayer, there isn't any. So,
No,
which
not
was
on this
another
one, no.
thing that I quite like in retrospect. At the time, I wasn't too bothered anyway. But it seems, especially at the moment, that a lot of games developers are thinking, oh, we've got to include an online multiplayer thing just to sell the game,
Yeah.
which is daft because I mean, a lot of games don't need it. Uncharted 1 didn't need it. Strictly speaking, Uncharted 2 didn't need it as well because the story was fantastic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Uncharted 2. Are you itching your back with
Sorry,
the Bioshock case?
I'm failing a little bit miserably as well because
Yeah.
the case is a little bit awkward. There we go, I'm done. Sorry.
Remind me never to touch your Bioshock 2 game case
My
ever again.
sweaty back.
Yeah, but yeah, it seems pointless cramming a multiplayer mode in where it doesn't need one. As I say, admittedly, Uncharted 2's multiplayer is very, very nice in its own way. It does its job rather well,
Yes.
but it's not necessary, and that's, in retrospect, that's why I quite like the first game.
Yes.
Downloadable content. Was there any for this one?
No, there wasn't.
Don't
no.
think so.
There was
Don't
the
remember.
demo. You could download the demo.
That was about it. Yeah. The demo they released after the game. I
Yeah.
think. Oh no, that was the second one.
I did it after the
Oh,
game.
oh yes, they did. Yes. Just before the second one came out, and then
Yeah.
they released the demo of the second one after it. Madness.
Yeah,
Utter madness.
they're not really very good with the demos. You better off just buying a magazine if you want a demo before
Yeah.
the game comes out.
Which is where I first played it actually.
Yeah.
Demozine mag. Yeah. Carry on.
Right, soundtrack.
Is very. I can remember the composer. Whereas in the second game's podcast, I couldn't remember his name. Is it Greg Edmondson?
yes,
It was,
it's a very nice soundtrack. The Uncharted theme is rather tasty.
most good. I have it on my iPod, purchased from. Although I was a bit of a fool because I looked at the Uncharted 1 soundtrack and thought, oh, I'll buy the theme from there, and then I saw the second one. Nate's theme 2.0. I'll buy that. The only difference is there's slightly more percussion in the second one
Yeah.
compared to the first one. That's it. So I wasted like 99p on the other one, but
Well,
oh well, never
it's
mind.
money spent that's going mostly, hopefully, well, a bit of it is going to the
Yeah, this is going
the
to
creator
Mr.
of the music.
Edmondson, yes, but
Apple will get a stint of that. A stint
Yeah.
of that.
a little bit.
A slice of that. Yeah.
But
I don't know why didn't I think of slice in the first place? Apple have a slice or a segment.
Yes, good point, or a pip.
Apple will have a pip. They'll have a pip of the
Yes.
the 99p. The record company will probably get about 80% of it, and
Yeah,
then the,
and Edmondson will probably get about a penny.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but never mind. But it's also done on a live orchestra again as well. Couldn't
is
tell you
very
which
nice.
one.
it's a very good soundtrack. I have to say,
It's very. I keep thinking it's sometimes. It's a mixture of John Williams with Hans Zimmer.
yeah.
In a little
I
way.
mean, I really quite like it because I'm getting into game soundtracks myself now. It's
That's a
rather nice.
good thing to get into.
Dead
I love it.
Space. So just going back to that, which we will have to review at some point. 'Cause the
Yes.
amount of times we talk about it, it's
Mm.
ridiculous. But Dead Space soundtrack is very very scary, very atmospheric.
I bought that on iTunes as well. That was very good. I need
Uncharted, big, dramatic.
To, yes.
action
Same with the second
adventure.
one as well. I need
Mhm.
to get God of War 3's one when it comes out as well.
That'd be
Because
big
that-
and booming.
big booming. Apparently, they used twice as much brass as what's usually in an orchestra to get the big,
Oh.
the big wallop out of it, which works in every respect.
Yeah,
apart from-
eventually the way they're going, the orchestras are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to have 5,000 people in one orchestra.
You'll have one violin and a massive brass section.
Yep.
That'll be it. Violins are going out of fashion, which
Yep.
is a shame.
Finally, any gripes with the game?
Well, apart from the predictable gun fights, hello cat. There isn't really much else that's wrong with it.
It's
I'd say
very nice. It's
yeah.
sort of like an eye opener. It's like previously, before Uncharted came out, I played Tomb Raider. I thought, oh, this is quite good. You can go around, puzzling adventure, blah blah blah, shooting, blah blah blah. And then you get to you play Uncharted for the first time. It's like, why isn't Tomb Raider like this?
I know.
That's pretty much my opinion on it.
And
So
it's like you get Elena Fisher, who's like, oh hello, and then you get Lara in Tomb Raider Underworld, who looks like she's been, as I just said last when I was around Rich's last night, she looks like she's been slapped in the face with a horse, an entire horse. You just grab it by the tail and boom,
yeah,
round her face.
in the face.
She doesn't look very attractive
Nah.
in Underworld, unfortunately, and her face is very long.
Yeah,
but never mind.
That's for another
another
podcast.
day. Yes.
So anything else you want to? Talk about?
Apart from the fact that it's well and truly worth a 9 out of 10, no.
Okay.
That's
Mr. Hatton?
how it is.
I love Elena.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not real, you know.
I know.
But oh well.
Does he get you to sleep at night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that? Someone on a message board. It just proves how sad people are getting when it comes to video game mistresses. Someone on a God of War forum put, Aphrodite is the most beautiful video game woman in the world. Oh, get a life.
I go to bed dreaming of her.
Oh, dear me. Just get a life and get a box of tissues. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll stop it there.
And yeah, we'll wrap the podcast.
This is still
up
kids friendly.
with a box of tissues, we'll wrap it up there.
Not us personally, but
yeah. Although ironically, I do have one here, but it's not for that purpose. So
squirted my drink all over my face.
I beg your pardon.
Yes, I sort of breathed out my nose and my drink shot back in my face.
I beg your pardon.
My orangeade.
Oh, right, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Yeah, I could go on all night.
I know.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for listening if you have been, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
In a bizzle.